Hello everyone, welcome back to the Mr. Smelly Fragrance Review channel. So today it's going to be one of my quickie unedited reviews that I throw up from time to time. This one is on a new one that I've just got in this week, and it's Milestone, as we can see there. Club de Nuit Milestone from Homme. This is their take on Millesime Imperial by Creed, which I have my 30ml bottle of there. The new Homme release then here comes with this incredibly cheeky little card that's very, very similar to the cards that you get inside Creed boxes, and I think that's very cheeky of them, but I quite like it. The box is pretty pleasant, looks fine to me, kind of equal with Creed's boxes, which are not the most fancy in the world considering their high price. This one cost me, a Club de Nuit Milestone, on eBay, £35 approximately, and it came pretty quickly. Really happy with that. I have seen a few sites and other eBay sellers selling it for much higher prices, but I would definitely hang in there if you can't find it yet for those kind of equivalent prices around the world. It should be a typical Homme kind of price in the sort of £30-ish range, I think. Okay, yeah, loving the bottle design here. Really similar to Club de Nuit Intense Man, of course, their famous copy of Creed's Aventus. But as we can see, it's gold, and it has a very great propensity to pick up fingerprint marks, so watch out for that. The sprayer works rather nicely, and it pumps out a really large amount, which I do like. Some of these cheap clones tend to have weedy sprayers. This one's really good. There's one other review that I've seen by Ashton from Gent Sense, who says it's a really good copy of the original Millesime Imperial by Creed, and I have to agree. So the notes on Millesime Imperial, according to Creed's website these days, it says bergamot, mandarin, lemon, marine accord, iris, sandalwood, amber and musk. How does this one, the Homme Club de Nuit Milestone, compare? Really well. Unlike Club de Nuit Intense Man, their Aventus clone, perhaps the most famous Aventus clone, that has a very harsh, sharp opening. Some people compare it to Lemon Pledge or Floor Cleaner, this kind of thing. I wouldn't go that far, but I do confess that it isn't the most brilliant natural smelling opening, and it falls way below the standard of the Creed original fragrance Aventus. In this case, with Club de Nuit Milestone, the opening doesn't suffer from that at all. It's very close indeed to the opening of Millesime Imperial. So a really nice, fresh, zesty, fruity kind of opening, and there's this salty sea air thing going right throughout the lifetime of Millesime Imperial on your skin. Even in the opening it's there, and that's very much the same with Milestone. So very pleasant, very fresh, in the sort of 90 to 95% similarity level in the opening. As things dry down, I would just say that there's a certain sort of delicacy, something of that salty sea air mixed with floral accords in the original Creed fragrance that perhaps Milestone doesn't quite have to the same extent. But it's very close indeed, certainly in the 90% similarity kind of ballpark. So if you're weighing them up against each other, I think for the price, obviously Millesime Imperial, hundreds of pounds or dollars, and Milestone very close in the air. Many people won't tell a difference. Performance wise, that's a really big question, I know, for people. The original Millesime Imperial is famous for not having great performance. I find it to be okay, decent, but it's not amazingly strong, as you might expect, considering that it's a very fresh type of fragrance. Those don't tend to last terribly long on the skin or project hugely strongly in the air for a long time. I find, unfortunately, that Club de Nuit Milestone is similar in performance to Millesime Imperial, so it's just okay. It's nothing special. In the case of Club de Nuit Intense Man, the Aventus clone, that's famous for being kind of beast mode or really good in performance, and unfortunately this one, Milestone, doesn't really do that. It's just decent. It's not much better from what I can tell so far in performance than Millesime Imperial, so bear that in mind, folks. Compared to other alternatives to Millesime Imperial, I like Milestone a lot better than Sean John's Unforgivable, a famous cheapie that's kind of similar to Millesime Imperial, and I also prefer it to Ed Hardy's Love and Luck, which is another cheapie close in smell to Millesime Imperial. Dua's Imperial Pastique is one of my favourite clones of Millesime Imperial. That has beast mode performance, or at least much stronger than the original thing. So, and the smell is kind of similar in its similarity level to Club de Nuit Milestone. So it does edge it in performance, the Dua one, and also Citron del Mar from Alexandria perhaps not quite as beast mode as the Duo version, but kind of getting there. Both of those are really, really good and a bit stronger than the original, and very, very close in smell. However, they are both significantly more expensive, and you don't quite get the lovely presentation. I do like this slightly tacky but fun design of the bottle. So yeah, that's my verdict on how it compares to other alternatives out there. A Rush of Unicorns by Parfums Vintage is really, really good too, and has good performance as well. Arguably one of the best clones of Millesime Imperial, yeah, vying right up there with the Alexandria and Duo ones. But that one again is rather expensive, so for the price I think this is a great, great buy, and I would highly recommend it. Millesime Imperial, just a good fragrance for me that I like quite a bit, but it's not my favourite ever Creed fragrance. It's just a sort of 8 out of 10 fragrance for me. I like it. It's modern. It's zesty. It was actually released in 1995, but it stands up, has stood the test of time. Very, very good for younger people. It's fruity and fresh. It doesn't have an old school cologne vibe. It has this lovely kind of salty sea air mixed with watermelon kind of feel that a lot of people talk about. And I find that very pleasant, but it doesn't reach the Hall of Fame level for me. So I'll give Club de Nuit a similar 8 out of 10. Just a touch not quite as brilliant in the composition and the complexity of the actual fragrance, but for the price I'd kind of put, therefore I'll bump it up to an 8 out of 10. Level with Millesime Imperial. So great, great value for money, I think. Look out for this one, and let me know if you've tried it in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, whatever you're doing in life, let's project. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Don't forget, if you'd like to join the Smelly Army private members club over on Patreon, there's a link in the description to do that. It costs just $2 a month, and you get an extra video from me every week, plus you get to watch everything I've already uploaded in there. We're building a really nice community, lots of interaction, and I'd love to see you in there.
Mr. Smelly.